And welcome, sports fans, to today's Roundtable, and we're our second show in of this year's Roundtable season, and glad you joined us. You can be sure to join us each Saturday morning live at 10 a.m. right here on YHC, and SemoSportsZone.com will bring you the Sports Roundtable each Saturday live at 10 a.m. So we're well into the season now, and hopefully join us each Saturday right here on YHC. And we had plenty of football games last night, which we'll get to in just a moment. And we've got a couple games to show you that we're going to replay. And having the schedule coming up later here in the next few weeks. And taking a look at those games, Poplar Bluff and Dexter, which we had last night, will replay Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. You can catch that replay of last night's game. And also we'll have it up on SemoSportsZone.com probably by Sunday as well. So that'll be replaying Sunday here on YHC. And also you can look forward to next week. Taking a look at next week's games, we'll have Charleston and Dexter live Friday, and that will be September 5th. Next Friday night will be September 5th, and that'll be live at 7 o'clock. We'll bring that to you live right here on YHC and SemoSportsZone.com. And also next Friday night, which we're going to record and play on a tape delay basis, is Malden versus Portageville, and that will replay Sunday, September 7th at 7 p.m., which will replay that Malden and Portageville game next Sunday from next Friday's contest. So those are the games that we've got to replay and coming up in our broadcasts as well. And let's take a look at the games from last night. Poplar Bluff defeated Dexter 30-20, which the game took quite some time. Quite a few games were delayed last night to that storm coming in due to the lightning, and Poplar Bluff ran away with it there in the second half, 30-20. And we've got some replays of that game from last night, which we'll take a look at.
Drops back, looks
All
right.
Take a look here.
Up the middle. A lot of space. First down.
And
So
nice run there by Peyton Pollock.
Miser
On
looking
the other
left,
end.
hit. Got to be brought
Nice
down by
defense early on
a
by
host.
the Bearcats.
On the left also. This time fake the handoff. Out to Alford on the right. Splits the two defenders. Brought down, but in the end zone. So touch. Ball's going deep. Intercepted. Pollock looks to his right. Got to cross the middle. Nice.
And you see there in the second quarter, Poplar Bluff out to a 14-0 lead. Dexter starts to make some plays to get back in it here. Nice rollout and pass to Jason Gerald on the right sideline. And we see here a little loft pass to Austin Aldridge for the score, cutting it to 14-6. And I hear Meisner, quarterback, had quite a few yards last night, both passing and rushing, getting a rush down the left sideline for a first down. And here, a nice pass intercepted by the Bearcats. And a nice stop deep in their territory. And coming back, a nice scramble here by Pollock, looking right for a deep pass down the right sideline for the first down. And this was a the drive stalled there in the second half, but coming back to the third quarter, the Bearcats going for a score here as Peyton Pollock finds room down the left sideline, goes in for the score, and the two-point conversion ties it up at 14-all. And now here a nice pass on the right side by Meisner down the sideline. And the Bearcats stopped the Mules and got back on the other end. A nice sack by both teams right there. Had quite a few sacks in the contest. And Poplar Bluff shakes free into Dexter territory late in the third quarter. And at the start of the fourth quarter in the monsoon, Poplar Bluff goes and drives down and looking to score here as Meisner finds the end zone, going up 20-14 at that point, and the two-point conversion makes it an 8-point game now. Meisner breaks free down the right sideline for a big gain for the Mules midway through the fourth quarter. And here the Mules are going to punch it in for another score, making it, all right, that was the 2-point conversion, making it 30-14. And we see here a fumble committed by B. Wynn from Poplar Bluff, recovered by the Bearcats. And getting another chance here late in the fourth. See a nice pass rollout by Pollock for the first down, completing that pass. And a nice pass here through the middle of the field, getting it deep into Poplar Bluff territory. And Pollock's going to keep it himself, going in for another rushing touchdown and making that score 30-20. The 2-point conversion fails, and the score ends up being 30-20 in that contest. So as you see there, 30-20. That game ended up in Dexter last night. So a really good game. It was just basically that storm was the turning point, I guess you would say. It was 14-all at the end of the third quarter, and Poplar Bluff shook loose for some big plays and punched them in for touchdowns. And you could probably say that storm might have been the difference in the game. It was a completely different game at that point. It was nip and tuck the whole way, back and forth, but Poplar Bluff shook loose there in the fourth quarter after that storm and pulled away with the victory. But otherwise, a great game last night, and glad you could tune in for that last night right here on YHC. And taking a look at some other games from last night, and probably the game of the week, and certainly didn't really end up that way. Malden over Crothersville big, 47-0. These Class 2 rivals matched up early in the season this year, and Malden got the better of Crothersville on their home field. They're in Crothersville, 47-0. Dominant victory for the Malden Green Wave. Crothersville has had the stranglehold on that Class 2 district for quite some time, and you can see as the shift may be turning to the Malden Green Wave starting this year. So a dominant victory for the Green Wave last night. Also, Sykeston big over New Madrid County Central, 35-6. No problem for the Sykeston Bulldogs over New Madrid County Central yesterday evening. Also, we've got Portageville over Chaffee, 35-0. Big victory for the Portageville Bulldogs. And Portageville is yet to give up a point in this season. Played Broad Academy last Saturday. Won that game 42-0, winning last night 35-0. Got their hands full next week, though, as they take on the Malden Green Wave there in Portageville. We'll be on hand for that game next Friday in Portageville. So that streak may come to an end next week. They may actually give up a touchdown. So, but two very good games early on for the Portageville Bulldogs. Also, Scott City defeated St. Vincent 26-7. Jackson over Vianney 30-23. Jackson with two impressive victories early on, and they really took a jump in the state polls this week, and we'll take a look at that in our next segment. So Jackson getting a nice win over Vianney last night. East Prairie big over Grandview 63-6. Also, we have Hayti over Charleston big, 62-6. And Crystal City over Kelly, 20-18. And certainly a big night for the Kelly Hawks as they had their first varsity home football game last night. Looking for that victory over Crystal City. Just come up a bit short in that home opener and by 2 points. But certainly, sure it was a great atmosphere last night there at Kelly for their first ever home varsity football game in the school's history. And also Perryville over St. Pius out of Festus, 23-17. Cape Central over St. Charles West, 41-21. And I think that might be all the games, and that is from last night. A lot of good games. Expected to be good games, notably that Malden and Crothersville game just really didn't end up being a game at all, with the Malden Green Wave running away with that victory. So week 2 is in the books for Southeast Missouri football, And we're going to take a break and be back with the SEMOSportZone.com top 15 poll online, as well as the state rankings for this week for high school football. So we're going to take a break, be back with that coming up.
NFL Red Zone, the channel that brings you every touchdown from every game on Sunday afternoons. Watch the most exciting moments like never before, live in HD. Every touchdown from every game, live on one channel, NFL Red Zone.
Clear! There's a better way to jumpstart your soil back to health. Apply EndZone to protect and increase nitrogen efficiency without killing bacteria. Apply Prevent to increase phosphorus availability and reduce fixation. Better yet, use them both to get more from your fertilizer investment and see higher potential yields. Ag Explorer, your prescription for healthy soil.
All right, and now we're going to take a look at some rankings, starting with the SEMOSportZone.com top 15 poll for high school football for this week. And taking a look at that poll from SEMOSportZone.com, Jackson on top at number 1 as the top team in Southeast Missouri with a 2-0 record. Jackson very dominant last year to finish up that season, picking up where they left off last year as one of the top teams in the state in Class 5. They're with the top, or with the biggest schools in the area. So Jackson right there on top at number 1. 2, Cape Central at 2-0 as well. 3, Park Hill Central. 4, Valley Catholic. 5, Malden. 6, Poplar Bluff. 7, Sykeston. 8, Farmington. 9, St. Genevieve. 10, Dexter. 11, Crothersville. 12, Hayti. 13, Perryville. 14, East Prairie. And 15, Scott City. And that makes up the SEMOSportZone.com top 15 poll for Southeast Missouri football. We'll bring that each week to you right here on YHC and SEMOSportZone.com. And now let's take a look at the state rankings for high school football, starting with Class 1, Valley Catholic coming in this week 1-0 and still at number 1 in the state. Number 2, Western. 3, Hamilton Penny. 4, Salisbury. 5, Cass Midway. 6, Marceline. 7, Osceola. 8, Marionville. 9, Jasper. And 10, South Shelby, making up the Class 1 rankings for this week. Now in Class 2, Lamar, an undefeated 1-0 and defending state champions at the number 1 spot. 2, Stratford. 3, Mountain View Liberty. 4, South Callaway. 5, Lutheran North. 6, East Buchanan. 7, Lafayette County. 8, Malden. 9, Crothersville. And 10, Herman. Crothersville is right up there around, I think, number 5 last week. Took a loss to Mountain View Liberty. Moved back down below Malden. And I see Malden move up a bit, and Crothersville likely out of the top 10 after this week, after that loss to Malden last night. And in Class 3, Maryville, the defending state champions at number 1. 2, John Burroughs. 3, Blair Oaks. 4, California. 5, Mountain Grove. 6, Park Hills Central. 7, Oak Grove. 8, Ava. 9, McClure South Berkeley. And 10, Duchenne. Makes up the Class 3 rankings this week. And in Class 4, Webb City at number 1, the defending state champion, going on about 6 years now. 2, Jeff City Helias. 3, Carl Junction. 4, Kearney. 5, Westminster Academy. 6, Miller Career Academy. 7, St. Charles West. 8, St. Joseph Lafayette. 9, Cape Central. And 10, Bolivar. Cape Central pretty much remaining at that 9th spot for this week. And in Class 5, Fort Osage at number 1. Jackson moving all the way up to number 2. I think they were around 5 or 6 last week. Jump up to number 2 with that victory last week. And 3 Winnetonka, 4 Webster Groves, 5 Liberty North, 6 Willard, 7 Staley, 8 Camden, 9 Nixa, and 10 Chaminade, making up the Class 5 state rankings this week. There is a Class 6, but those are pretty much the metropolitan areas, St. Louis, Columbia, Kansas City, Springfield, so don't have any area teams playing in Class 6. So those are the state rankings. Seeing quite a few teams move up in there. As you see, Malden moved up there at number 7, I believe, or 8. Going to be probably moving up next week with that dominant victory over Crothersville. Also, we saw Jackson move up all the way up to number 2 in Class 5. So seeing some teams work their way up those state rankings early on in the season. And certainly with these dominant victories early on, certainly help their case in the rankings going forward. So always good to see those local teams high up there in the state rankings in each sport. And we're going to take another break and be back with more coming up.
Always on the go? Take the best in TV entertainment with you with New Wave to Go. Now you can enjoy your home television service everywhere, anytime on your laptop, tablet, or smartphone. Watch your favorite channels and sporting events live via the internet. Even access your home DVR to enjoy your recorded shows and movies or to set up future recordings. Prices start at just $12.99 a month. So call us today and ask about New Wave to Go. Another innovative service brought to you by New Wave, your local communications experts.
And we're back, and we're going to, in the next few roundtables, we're going to be introducing some other sports. We're going to be getting into some high school volleyball for the girls, also girls softball, and fall baseball. We had some contests this last week. Dexter's tennis team doing very well, getting some early victories. It shut out Charleston, got some another victory over Cape Central, and off to a good start, the Dexter girls tennis team for this week. And other teams in the area, Bernie's fall baseball team, very strong early on, got a victory over Zenith Hornersville earlier this week. I believe also it was Campbell, if I'm not mistaken, and got another victory yesterday as well. So Bernie's fall baseball team off to a strong start, and we'll be getting more into those fall sports in the next week. So look forward to that each week right here on the Roundtable. And let's take a look at some college football games. College football got started this week over the last few nights. And today's the big day in college football, kicking off the first week as West Virginia travels to Alabama to take on the Crimson Tide, the second-ranked Crimson Tide. Fifth-ranked Ohio State at Navy. South Dakota State at 24th-ranked Missouri. 16th-ranked Clemson at 12th-ranked Georgia. Going to be a nice contest there today. Arkansas at 6th-ranked Auburn in the SEC. Top-ranked Florida State at Oklahoma State. The defending champion Florida State Seminoles open up on the road in Oklahoma State. 14th-ranked Wisconsin at 13th-ranked LSU. Good matchup there between those ranked teams. Louisiana Tech at 4th-ranked Oklahoma. And for our local teams, Arkansas State hosts Montana State. And Seymour already played their opening game Thursday night, and they defeated Missouri Baptist. Big, 77-0. Big win for the Southeast Missouri State Redhawks to open up their season Thursday night. So certainly Coach Matukowicz, the new head coach for the Southeast Missouri Redhawks, certainly wanting to get off to a good start. Certainly have, and a lot of attitude, enthusiasm around this SEMO football program now. He's really came in, got the kids to buy in, and certainly taking the program to another level. And if you're tuned into Southeast Missouri State on Facebook, social media, they're starting their own Red Hawk Walk around the Hawk Stadium. And, you know, just a tradition that most teams, most big programs have at their schools. And starting their own there at SEMO. So certainly off to a great start with that 77-0 victory over Missouri Baptist, albeit I think it's an NAIA school. But hey, a win's a win, and if you're going to play those teams, you need to win dominantly, and they certainly did Thursday night. So congratulations to SEMO getting off to a great start. And also, I was tuning into SEMO's YouTube page, found a nice video talking about their football season, trying to get people to get those season tickets and trying to introduce some humor to it as well. And we'll take a look at this promo for season tickets to Southeast Missouri State football. So let's take a look at it.
I know we've had our ups and downs, and this last year we faced a lot of challenging times with lots of changes. But I feel like we're on the right track. I really like the direction we're going. I think this is going to be a whole new ball game. Are you blushing?
As you see there, they're on sale now. Get your season tickets. That was a nice promo from Southeast Missouri State University. Just throwing the Rowdy the Red Hawk in there to try to get those season tickets sold. But nice humor from the university with that piece. And I also want to revert back. It was reported, I believe it might have been the Daily Dumpling Democrat reported this week that Arkansas State turned down the St. Louis Sports Commission offer of playing their home football game next season, not this season, but next season, with the Missouri Tigers at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. It was a home-and-home agreement between the Missouri Tigers and Arkansas State Red Wolves, and the St. Louis Sports Commission tried to get Arkansas State to play their home game that was scheduled to be in Jonesboro at Busch Stadium in St. Louis, and they turned down that offer, which I don't blame them. Jonesboro to St. Louis, quite a drive, and pretty much been more of a home game for Mizzou than it would have been Arkansas State. And certainly a program like Arkansas State, one of the smaller conferences, not very often you get a high-profile program like Mizzou on your home field. So I don't blame them one bit for opting to host the game at their own stadium there in Jonesboro. So that was a nice little local story concerning college athletics for here in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas. So Arkansas State Red Wolves program really stepped it up and won the past couple Sun Belt conferences. So they've really taken it to another level and having a little bargaining power, it looks like, as well, getting some big profile teams on their home field. So we'll see how that develops over the next few years. And that's pretty much all of the reports we've got for today. We'll be bringing in numerous guests over the next few weeks, so be sure to tune in for that. We'll have try to get some coaches, sports writers, and some of our contributors in to talk about sports in the area. So look forward to that in the coming weeks right here on the Sports Roundtable. And we appreciate you for tuning in as always. Look forward to see you back next week right here Saturday live at 10 a.m. for another Roundtable. And until then, I'm Tyler Wagner. Have yourself a great Labor Day weekend. Be safe. We'll see you next week.
Deposit your check here or here or even there. Deposit your check wherever you are with First Midwest Bank's new mobile deposit. Just tap, snap, deposit. It's that simple. New mobile deposit from First Midwest Bank, serving the communities we call home.